Joy and Tyler Prey from Prey Funeral Home joining us today. Tyler, we're still in peak travel season time. Let's talk about what a family does if a family member dies while they're out of the state or out of the country.
Sure, that can be a very stressful time for a family. The easy, simple solution is just to call us, your local funeral home. We work out every detail. We make it so that we're in contact with a funeral home in the area that we know and trust. It's what we do. We just want to make it so the family just needs to get themselves home in order to have an opportunity to say goodbye at home.
Yeah. All right, Joey, let's talk about whether it's a good idea to write down some of your wishes or thoughts or your funeral preferences before you go off on a trip or an extended time away, like snowbirds would go off to Florida. Should we get this stuff written down?
Oh, most definitely. It's always a good idea to get the preferences for a person written down. We call that pre-planning.
Yeah.
We encourage that because it saves the family a lot of time and a lot of unnecessary emotional stress, because the biggest question they have is, what would Dad have wanted to do? That answers it. It also gives them an opportunity, if they want, to pay for everything ahead of time. So that relieves another burden that the family has.
You know, and even like my husband and I, we've got the estate planning done. It's like, okay, do you want to be cremated or buried? And we get all, I'm like, well, what kind of a service do you want? And I should probably tell you what I want once we're gone. And you know, you think you check those big boxes, but there are those little nuances as well that are important, that we want to share this celebration of our life with other people. And yeah, it's not the most comfortable conversation, but is there a fun way to have that conversation?
Oh, yeah.
Is there a fun
Always,
way? If there is, I know you know how to do it.
There is. The best way is we sit down, first of all, we talk about, as you mentioned, what would speak about your life? What are those stories that we want to tell? We even think about some of the ways that we would tell those. Some of the examples we've done, my favorite one is still a friend of ours, unfortunately died at a way too young age, but we showcased his interest with setting up the pool table in the middle of the chapel. The shot pool, his bowling league alley was over here. We've had others where the gentleman said, I love gardening. We've had his vignette with all his gardening stuff there.
Yeah.
We've had others with even the beach scene where she says, oh man, I love going to the beach all the time.
Yeah.
So we set up an entire beach at the foot of the casket to tell her story. If we can write those things down, we got a little insight ahead of time, it's really great.
You do such imaginative services for people as well, and they don't always have to be at the funeral home. They could be on location, right, Tyler?
Anywhere.
All right, I love it. I love how you guys celebrate life in the way that you celebrate it, and you make it comfortable for the people at a really hard time. PrayFuneral.com for more information. Thank you.
Thank you.